Alright. 5, 4. What's up, guys? I am Goose. This is the Infinity B Team Open we hold every Saturday night. Every Saturday night, 6 p.m. PST, where all the fun goes down. And looks like Gazerbeam wants to help me cast. Would you guys love to see Gazerbeam cast? Oh, Mr. Gazerbeam himself, one of the leaders of our community. I will get that production tab up for you guys. I will introduce our players as well. In the top right hand corner of WCS Shakur's Plateau, we have our blue Terran nexusfour, which is ironic because he's Terran. I guess ironic. And in the bottom left, our very own from Infinity TechTwo, the purple Terran. So this is a TBT on WCS Shakur's Plateau. This is a best of one early game in the tournaments. Always a best of one. You gotta earn your spot, get yourself into those best of threes, and later on into the finals. I'm sure contemplating going a little bit further. Looks like Vampy Worm has got that link for you guys, so you're taken care of. Yeah, we should be good. You guys want to check out all the good action and all the good stuff, we are at infgaming.net, infinitygaming.net. That's actually over here on the right side of my overlay, and all the other information you could possibly need underneath my mouse on the left here. That is our website in the top. I'm gonna just stumble my way through tonight. It's all good. It is our Twitch, my Twitch, the YouTube, all the information you need. If you've ever been cast in one of our tournaments before, you are on YouTube. I guarantee it. If you are on YouTube watching and you want to watch these live, you want to play in them, the Twitches are there, and the forums are at infgaming.net/forums, where you just hit up the website and find out all the information about us. Check out all the cool stuff. Looks like TechTwo is opening up with a gas build, gas barracks, and nexusfour opening up just standard racks, all that good stuff. Sorry, everyone's harassing me at the same time. Looks like we're gonna have a first blood. I'm not paying attention to the right screen here. Oh no, SCV gets away, and yeah, we are gonna be blessed with Mr. Gazerbeam himself, the man, the mystery. TechTwo scouting for proxy or something. Yeah. And we got an expansion out of TechTwo. Surprising with the gas build first, going for a reactor instead of another barracks. I'm a little interested by that decision making. CC about half done out of nexusfour. A couple barracks out for him as well. Got a couple marines. Everyone seems to be going for a little bit more of a macro style game. This is TVT after all, and the game has to go an hour. Maybe 2. Yeah, Tech needs to be spoiled. He needs to be casted a bit. Sending up that first Marine to shoot at 3 Marines and realize that 3 is often better than 1. Scouting out the main, well, the natural base of his opponent. Adding on another barracks himself with, not really sure about that early reactor, but hey, we're both about the same place roughly. Couple barracks done here. Third rack's down for TechTwo. Still mining gas. Quite a bit of gas saved up. Quite a bit of gas for a 3 racks. And a couple more Marines on the way. Moving that CC out. nexusfour actually has not moved his out. Looks like TechTwo's going to start mining over here and then make an orbital. Whereas nexusfour has decided to make the orbital first. You've asked so many times. I didn't know what you're talking about, Vampy. Don't be hating me. I'm trying to keep up with that there chat. I do try to pay attention to the chat, guys. So you can talk to me in there. Just keep in mind there is a bit of a delay, so we don't have any problems. It's probably the best way to put it. TechTwo going for a second reactor on the barracks, so no upgrades out of him. And no upgrades out of nexusfour either. Both players just going for production facilities. Double engineering bay coming down for nexusfour though, so he will be able to start +1 and +1/+1. Whereas TechTwo adding more barracks and a factory. Sorry, one more racks and one factory. While overproducing Marines, or double producing Marines out of both. I'm just not gonna talk. Gazer, come save me! Stim pack going down for TechTwo. nexusfour has a bunker up at the front, and TechTwo has got his on the way. Both players might even take a look at the income tabs. It looks like TechTwo has got an early jump on his opponent and doesn't even have that many mules down. Oh my god. And they just about even out as TechTwo needs to drop another mule or two. Just enough energy for a couple of them. That'd catch him up pretty quickly. As he is falling slightly behind. +1/+1 going down for nexusfour as he's adding more racks, and nobody has done anything. No attacks, no scans. A little bit of probing earlier on with some SCVs, and also a +1 out of TechTwo. Sorry I didn't spot that engineering bait earlier, not paying attention enough, I guess. Got a little ADD going on tonight, trying to pay attention to everybody else. And our factory is finished, starting that tech lab, and a starport on the way for nexusfour. Oh, concussor shells going down for TechTwo along with the stim, so not... Where is he? Oh, okay, so he did do a little switcheroo. Added himself another tech lab here. Should be seeing combat shield followed up real close after that. No watchtower control whatsoever. Looks like nexusfour is going to go ahead and scout the top, check the third off, and work his way towards the natural of his opponent. Probably starting his own CC here pretty soon, if he has the funds for it. Producing them Marines. And we have tanks on the way for nexusfour. A tank. I shouldn't say tanks. It's singular one. No! 1-1 is done. Armory is a little behind there. He's not going to be able to research 2-2 immediately. However, that 1-1 is not too shabby. This TechTwo is moving out with a few Hellions. Marines. Catches that one. Does prevent him from scouting this possible third. Still no watchtower control from either of these players, though. Looks like a few people in the chat are betting on TechTwo. With the tank from nexusfour, he does have siege mode done, so he does need to siege that tank up. Not too sure about this push from TechTwo. There is a slight supply lead for our Purple Terran, and there is the siege, and that is going to pretty much make this not worth trading. Although he does get one sad Marine there. Nice little scan. Let's see if he decides to push up into this. Needs to lead with the Marauders if that's his choice. Second tank is there, and a mule is called down to the front from TechTwo. And I would say it is just not smart to push into that. I definitely would not engage. Don't even know about that positioning. And there is another expansion down for our Purple Terran. So TechTwo looking to take the safe route and just expand behind this. No aggression really needed. Going to check off the third himself. There's actually no third going down for nexusfour. It looks like he's going to do a 2-base push. Marine tank, medevac. No Marauders from him. Yeah. Gazer is preparing to join me. He has the voice that we all would love to hear, would love to have. If I'm not mistaken. Guess I just not too up on it. TechTwo maintaining his 10 supply lead almost consistently. Take a look back at home for him. He's got a starport, double medevacs production, another starport on the way. Looks like he's going to catch himself back up, as nexusfour does have a slight lead on the medevacs. And tanks, for that matter. Still no tanks out of TechTwo. He's kind of leading towards the Hellions. He does have about 4 or 5. 4, I can count. That's 4, right? 1, 2, 3. Oops. 5 Hellions. Goose didn't take very much math, apparently. Not a lot of SCVs out here. TechTwo is about 10 workers behind in supply. That is hurting him. I mean, he's got a lot of army. And if he makes a decent push, it's going to help him. But for going for a third base, Really just doesn't have the economy to be backing this up. He's a little oversaturated in his main base. But both players just scanning, checking, seeing what's up. nexusfour thinking about a drop, but I think that scan turned him off to it, as he believes it may or may not have been spotted. More units on the way for TechTwo, as he's just adamant about being parked out here. I mean, this is TVT at its finest. Everyone just sitting still. I'm not going to attack. I hope you attack. I hope he attacks. Both players respectively hoping to be the defender in this scenario. I would say nexusfour more than anyone, since he does have 4 tanks up here on the high ground. He has a good defensive position. TechTwo really needs to take advantage of this and catch himself back up and work a supply. It looks like he's working on it slowly. He could definitely use some SCV production. Come on. Come on, SCVs. Oh, and here's a big push out for nexusfour. Not sure if that's the best way to engage. Tanks are not sieged, and TechTwo's backing off just in time to take no shots from these tanks. Not the best trade. He's 139 supply to 133. If we take a look at the units lost tab, they're about even. nexusfour has lost a bit more, but the upgrade advantage is to nexusfour, as TechTwo is only 1-0 and nexusfour is 2-1, sneaking in quite a bit more stuff just due to that supply lead in SCVs. And he is starting weapons 3 and armor 2 out of position. Early stim into this engagement, and TechTwo is going to pick off quite a bit and sneak away before the tanks really do too much. Pulling the Marines out of position, very nice. TechTwo stepping back in there, picking off as much as he can. That is a great engage, but he still comes out on the bottom. He's ahead in supply, but nexusfour is going to be able to catch up very, very quickly. Floating his third over there. There's just not enough SCVs. 42 to 46. Looks like TechTwo slowly catching up. But this army from nexusfour with the tanks is definitely going to be very, very strong, especially against this Marine Medevac Marauder build. I would prefer to see more drops out of our purple buddy here. Seems the production from nexusfour is so much better, and not to mention them upgrades. Where are you at? TechTwo is finally 1-1. He is starting Cloak. Ooh, Cloak. I hear Cloak's pretty good. Invisible units, baby. Adding a few more barracks here. That is going to help him out, keep up that production. It looks like we're going to see some elevator play, which is perfect for this. He is picking everything up for a death drop. Oh, a death drop, and he's going to catch nexusfour way out of position as he just sieges up, and he's going to hit the high ground, be able to clean up a lot of this main base. And this is going to hurt, as he's going to get a lot of production, no reaction out of him. Here comes the Marines stimming back to the main base, and everything's getting picked up. Nice split, sending 3 that way, 3 this way, but he has no tanks to engage this. And let's see if TechTwo can come out on top. The upgrades are definitely in nexusfour's favor, but here he goes stimming in. A little bit of a misclick there, and TechTwo is going to lose his entire army to this. Unfortunately, no tanks even there, and this is forced away very quickly. Nothing to be saved from TechTwo, and nexusfour has a 20 supply lead. He slowly did get set back there, having to pick up all these barracks. Didn't lose too much, though. A couple add-ons, maybe a little bit of time. Refinery might burn down. That would be a small victory, I guess. Take a look at the units tab. 48 SCVs to 50, but the only person producing is TechTwo. Is all this micro to pick up all those barracks. Did set nexusfour back. He's just starting another supply depot. He does have a significant lead, and that geyser does blow up. I was waiting for that. That was probably the most interesting. And here's a small drop back here. Cleaned up a few SCVs. nexusfour was able to sneak around, as cloaked banshees are pretty good. Forcing a scan, it's not really going to help. nexusfour is somehow able to get that medevac out of there without losing anything. Not enough Marines to shoot it down, apparently. Take a look at the units tab. 50 SCVs for nexusfour. This is killing TechTwo. He's being set way behind. 5 mules finishing him up. If you take a look at the income tab, it is significantly, like 1/3, almost double his opponent. There you go, 1,600 to roughly 800, as he's getting mined out and losing more workers to another drop that I missed. I'm sorry, guys. At least you get to see him get cleaned up, losing that Nexus, and I would say at this point he is so far behind, it is near GG. 2,300 income, and that alone is those mules. Keeping the production, making more Banshees. Not sure if that's the best call. His opponent does have quite a few Marines, although he's going for some tanks. Now that these Banshees have been given away and they need to decloak as they run out of energy. TechTwo is being punished on all accounts, dropped all over the place. That missile turret does clean up a few of those Marines, as well as that medevac, which is the 1 kill on it, I am sure. Yeah. Lots of medevacs for TechTwo. That is a slight advantage if he has enough medevacs for 1 for each Marine. That will help out quite a bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Doing a scan, checking out towards the main map, and apparently my mouse doesn't want me to watch what's going on. Alright, at least I'm entertaining you guys, right? Look at this huge army from nexusfour. As he is well saturated on 3 bases, and TechTwo has 1 floating and 1 dead. And here comes another drop from nexusfour, as he has placed those out there just to be annoying. It looks like TechTwo has probably decided he is all in at this point. This engage is not going to go well for him at all. He decides to pull back. He is 1-1 to the 2-2, losing the engineering bay, which will set him back even further, as the armory is going to finish up. It's about half done. Not even sure where that is. Doesn't even really matter anymore. nexusfour clean out quite a bit. The positional advantage, and Banshees are fast, but TechTwo has to walk all the way around to do anything to this drop, and I expect that nexusfour will just pull this right back, as he is buying so much time for so many Marines. He's got plenty of orbitals for scans. Double engineering bay going down for TechTwo again, as he's trying to sneak in those upgrades, but the economy difference is killer. Oh, it's so bad. Looks like nexusfour is just about mined out there, but he still has this 3rd. I mean, TechTwo's been on like 1 base this entire time. He still hasn't landed this command center, which is killing him. Paying so much attention to this army. Maintaining a decent amount of macro through and through all of this. Both players floating quite a bit of cash at this point. There's another drop up here, as TechTwo's going to lose this command center pretty quickly, and all these mules are going to go to waste. All that energy, no! nexusfour would probably step right in there, pulling TechTwo all over the place again as he's losing those mules, which does hurt quite a bit. That's so much energy. TechTwo having to be pulled all over the map. Cloaks the Banshees, going for some Marines. He is able to sneak that medevac out of there. A little overclick there. But being down to 1 command center, TechTwo is so far behind. nexusfour maxed with plenty of money to spare, adding 3 more command centers, expanding all over the place at this point. There's really not a lot that TechTwo can do. Even pushing into this army for all in, he is so far behind on upgrades, tech, units. It is pretty much GG for him. nexusfour, all he has to do is walk across the map at this point. There's not a lot that TechTwo can do to catch up. He is so far behind. Even if he was able to continue all this production, he is trying to re-expand there, hoping that some Banshee harass will buy him a little bit of time. He is going to come in here and spot all these CCs. nexusfour's got quite a bit of money, so even losing all this isn't really going to hurt him too much. I mean, an SCV goes down here and there. Oh, it looks like he's going to get a few. I could help him just a hair, but really all he's probably doing is clearing supply for this death ball of an army from the Terran, as he is going to be forced to cloak. But is there a Raven? No Raven, so he'll just have to scan. Not too big of a deal. Surprised no stim there. Pushing those back. TechTwo 141, nexusfour 193, and looks like TechTwo's going to go right back in. Do a little bit more harass on this mineral line. Making a planetary fortress back here. Dirty. Doesn't want to get dropped. SCV finally goes down, and here comes a huge push in the middle, and this is where it's going to end it. TechTwo is going to realize that he can't handle all of this. Tank siege up. nexusfour just sending his army in. TechTwo is going to lose just about anything and everything, as he is down to 87 supply. I suspect a quick GG here, as he has gathered all of his units to no avail. Cloak goes down. I'm sure we'll see a scan. There it is. Banshees get focused down pretty quickly. GG from TechTwo. Well played. nexusfour moves up.